Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into the story of Naomi, a woman who faced more twists and turns than a soap opera, but came out stronger on the other side. Our story begins in Bethlehem, where Naomi lived with her husband Elimelech and their two sons, Mahlon and Chilion. Life was pretty good until famine hit the land. Imagine waking up one day to find out there's no bread in the house of bread. That's what Bethlehem means, by the way. With no food in sight, Naomi and her family decided to pack up and move to Moab, where the grass seemed greener literally. It was like saying, let's leave home and try our luck in Vegas. But things didn't go as planned. Naomi's husband passed away, leaving her as a single mom in a foreign land. Talk about tough times. Her sons grew up and married Moabite women, Orpah and Ruth. But just when things seemed to be settling down, both of Naomi's sons passed away too. Yikes. Naomi was left with nothing but 2 daughters-in-law and a broken heart. So Naomi decided it was time to go back home to Bethlehem. She told Orpah and Ruth to stay in Moab and start fresh, but Ruth wasn't having any of that. She was like, where you go, I'll go. Your people will be my people. And your God, my God. Now that's some serious loyalty. When Naomi and Ruth arrived in Bethlehem, the whole town was buzzing. Is that Naomi? They asked. Naomi was like, don't call me Naomi, call me Mara, which means bitter. She felt life had dealt her a bad hand. But even in her bitterness, Naomi had Ruth by her side, a daughter-in-law, who was more like a best friend. Ruth was determined to take care of her, so she went out to gather grain in the fields to keep them fed. Enter Boaz, the hero of our story, a wealthy landowner, who just so happened to be a relative of Naomi's late husband. When Boaz saw Ruth working in his fields, he was impressed by her dedication and kindness. And Naomi? She wasn't about to miss this opportunity. She played matchmaker, telling Ruth to go meet Boaz at night on the threshing floor. Just lie down at his feet, she said. Sounds a little weird, right? But back then it was a sign of respect and a request for protection. Boaz was more than happy to step up. He married Ruth, and they had a son named Obed. And guess who became Obed's loving grandmother? That's right, Naomi. Naomi's life, which had been filled with so much sorrow, ended with joy and redemption. Obed would become the grandfather of King David, making Naomi part of the greatest royal lineage ever. Naomi's story is one of loss, loyalty, and love. She went from feeling bitter and broken to finding hope and joy through the kindness of her daughter-in-law and the faithfulness of God. So, if life ever throws you curveballs, just remember Naomi's story. There's always hope around the corner, even when things seem bleak.